Well, good afternoon, Proven Conference. You all have had a delicious lunch, I am assuming, because mine was delicious, and I hope that you all are ready for a great afternoon of more sessions. Yes, thank you, Jeremy. I love the enthusiasm. You guys are about to hear an extraordinary story from an amazing man who he came in with no experience, if I'm remembering correctly, and has grown an amazing business. And I'm not stealing any of his thunder. I'm not going to say another word about Oscar, but I am going to ask that you guys give him your attention, your full attention, and I'm going to ask you to help me welcome to the stage Oscar Motumbo.
Yes. Thank you. Hi. So, $1 million, right? Who wants to sell $1 million a year? No. Who wants to sell $1 million a year? By grace, that's what we are doing right now. My name is Oscar. Can you hear me okay? And my beautiful wife is sitting right there. Right there. There we go. We have been married for 18 years. We have 3 beautiful daughters. Our first one, she's 17. We have a 9. We have a 6. And we closed the shop. No more. We closed the shop. So I came to Jim Cochran or this organization or this team. It was back in 2019. Some of you probably you have heard the podcast, and I'll just repeat that quickly for those who probably haven't yet. And it was around March, April 2019 that I did the first contact. And the real first sale started in June 2019. And then in between, I did coaching. And Jim Cooper, he was here this afternoon. I saw him. And Nathan Bailey as well, who were the people that I spoke to back then when I was still like, is this real? Would they just take my money and run away? And like everybody else. I mean, it's not everybody's cup of tea. There was options, obviously. I could take the PAC course, a proven Amazon course, and go through the video, and there was the option of coaching, and I preferred coaching because I felt coaching would give me what I need, somebody that I can talk to, somebody that I can give a call and ask a question directly. Video is good, but video doesn't give you a direct answer when you have a specific question to yourself, to a situation that you have in. And I went to that direction. It was a little bit pricey. I understand it's not everybody's cup of tea, but if you can afford it, that's what I did. That's what I recommend. I can only give to you what I have or what I've done, right? If you have $10 in your pocket and I ask you for 1,000, will you give me 1,000? No, right? Hello? You have $10 in your pocket. That's all you have. And then I said to you, give me 1,000. Will you give me 1,000? Why?
Because I don't have it.
You only have 10. So I will give it to you what I have. Do I know everything? Absolutely not. There is some of you here probably have been doing this longer than I do. Some probably just started a few months ago. This morning I spoke to a guy, he started about 7 months ago. And my wife and I were leaning forward. We just keep on talking. He was telling us some juicy stories and things that he's currently doing. My wife was like, yeah, hold him, let him not go, let him say some more. Meaning we are learning, meaning we still have a lot to learn. Right? So I have something for you, for everyone. We see in that corner, there is a plastic. And then that, meaning each section I put it one in that corner 4, and then one is here, one is right there, one should be there too. You see that? So if you can, take one for yourself and pass that on. Inside is mustard seed. And at the end of this conversation, I'll give you one secret that if you follow that secret, guaranteed. 100 million, 10 million, whatever you want. I'll give it to you. It's in there. Just take one bag, should be enough. It's just mustard seed. I bought it on Amazon as well. I just put it. Actually, my daughters were making those little bags. And then if everybody have it, just let me know. So the nature of this conversation, I would want it to be more interactive, not you listening to me. You see, I have no slide. This is more like, over the years, a couple of people have reached out to me through Facebook. Probably they will listen to the podcast and they reach out to me. Like, hey, Oscar, my name is this, and I just saw your podcast with Jim, and so on. And there is some stories that actually does touch me, and I do understand them, where somebody actually reached out and said to me, hey, man, we were texting, it was not satisfied. You actually wanted to talk to me. Then I said to him, well, the Facebook just hit call, or you call me. He said to me he wanted to take the coaching, but he was doubting. But when he saw the focus I had and that it was successful from my side, he said he wanted to do the same, but he was afraid. He thought that I might be, what's the word he used? I might be a paid actor. Meaning, Jim paid me to act up as if I'm selling, stuff like that. Which I understand. I mean, coaching is a little pricey, and we have different direction on how we came here. So let's say you were just Googling something, you want something to sell online, and I understand, and they say to you, pay 5, 6, 7,000 or whatever the amount it might be. I don't know how you feel hesitant, like, oh, they might sell me something that I will never have a result out of it. Some in this room might have the same, but you don't say it. You say, yeah, maybe it's true, it's paid. Who think I'm a paid actor? All right, so I just wanted to make it very interactive. So, honest question, who is selling $1,000 a month here? Very much it should be most, right? Okay. Like that. So who is selling $1 million a year? Like, let's say 2020, or either if you run your number from July last year, this time to today, it will show $1 million. Who has that? I just want to gauge the room. 1, who else? 2, 3, who else? 4, sweet. So if you run the same number, you have 500. 500 a year to date? 5? Yeah. $1 million a year, meaning you run your numbers right on your phone, and you can actually do like 12 months. You know how to do it, right? You run 12 months, it shows $1 million. That shows your average moving numbers. Okay? So 500,000. Who has that? Okay. 250. Sweet. 100,000. Okay. 50,000. Okay. 30,000. Okay. 10,000. Okay. Not yet. It has not started yet. You just hear like figuring things out after this meeting probably, or after this convention, then you make your decision if you should take a step. Who is that? One person at least. You too? True or joke? Okay. So you raised your hand first. You have not sold anything yet. 0. Come on, please. This side. So we're doing live demonstration so we can remove that. Say, oh, he's a paid actor. He's not a paid actor. This is my phone. You see, my beautiful wife is in there. All right.
I feel like I should get paid for this.
Hello? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. All right. This is my phone. This is my account. Since you're a newbie, you're not going to see anything. To see my stone name so you can Google it and find everything else there. I got you. By the time you learn the trick, I'll be way ahead. So, all right, so this is my account right here. You see here like the last 7 days. Since you haven't yet, you see here last 7 days. If you click, you say year to date, this month, this week, 12 months, 30 days, and so forth, okay? So we do 12 months, which makes it from last year, this time to date.
Yeah.
Read that number and tell them what it is.
$1,044,000 US.
Then we say this here. So we are already 6 months in. So if you should be doing $1 million toward the end, you should be in about 500,000 sales mark at about this point. Although from here in fourth quarter, we all will sell more, but in regular, you should be on about half at this point. So year to date, meaning only 2021, what's the number?
$540,000.
So with that, we remove the question of maybe it's a paid actor, you know? Maybe it doesn't actually sell, Jim paid him. No, I do it myself. Thank you, buddy.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. So, how do I get to do that? Like I said to you, I did coaching. Does coaching is for everyone? Probably not. But there has to be a way to structure your knowledge. There has to be a way to follow a proven steps. Some people are more smarter than others. I understand that. I am not the type, I watch video and I learn something, I come out of it. I'm old school. I like school, sit with the teacher telling me what to do. But that's me. Some people are like that too, but some people are different in a way of learning, where you actually can just watch the videos and you actually get it and you can do the same. I understand. See where you are. Everything that we do, which I do and probably most people do, I believe all that we do very much, 20% of what we do, 20% is head knowledge. 80% of it is work. Over the past, let's say 2 years, most people that I've spoken to, they do know what needs to be done. They got the course, they did the coaching, they did the replans, and for some reason, there is always that veil, that line that is just difficult for them to cross over. And when I talk to them, most of those, they do not want to put in practice, or they do not have the time, or they're not willing, or something has to do with work. Or either they have a wrong understanding on how is this work. Or either the head have been filled with the YouTube, you know those YouTube where they will put a guy with six-pack and people in the back with cars and some nice ladies over here, just with money on the hand. They give you a wrong impression. Or either in a beach, you say, yeah, this business you're running remotely in a beach. No. I don't know if they do it, it doesn't work for, I have not seen it. It's still hard work, you grind. So most of that issue is not about knowledge. The knowledge most people do have. Most of you probably have already done the replans, we've done the coaching, some of you are planning to do the same and so on. All that you can get in, unless you put what you are learning in practice, well, you will come to this conference, next year you will come again, it will be the same, Who knows why people do not put what they've learned in practice? Any idea? I have 2 mics here for conversation. Please don't just lie and sleep and listen to me, please. Interaction. I need interaction. Scared. Fear of failure. What else? Overwhelmed. Okay, good. What else? Give up too early. Okay, good. Lazy. Yes, the mother of them all. Other things are more fun. Okay. Okay. So you hear those reasons. These are actual reasons that are crippling people's ability to succeed in this business. Some people talk about funds, right? Like, I don't have enough money. What is the source of making money? Where do you get the money to make money? Exactly. Money is not a problem. Access to money, especially in the United States. I'm from Africa. In Africa, when somebody has money, he got real money. But here, when I came, I realized, yeah, I got money is more credit. And it's different definition of having money. But what I realized here is actually there is access to money that we have. So money is not a problem. I mean, there was a gentleman just now saying, oh, funding, money, that's money. But even if you get that money, unless you work, you will not be able to multiply that money. If you are not able to multiply the 5,000 that you have today to make it 6,000, well, even if they give you 50,000, you will not be able to make it 60. So what is the problem? Most of us, we are lacking the inside. What do people call it? Motivation. Other people call it ambition. Other people call it goals. Other people call it the purpose. Why do you want to sell $1 million a year? It's a lot of money. By God's grace, last year, it was the first time, million. Oh, wow. And we actually had a good change after all the taxes had been paid. We used that money, pay off our house, and it was really great. It was really tangible. Living in a house today is paid up because of doing this business. It's real. But before you get there, what motivates you in the morning, every morning? When you work for a company, like I did too, for 24 years working as an engineer in different companies, you have a boss, you have a supervisor who's in your case. Wake up in the morning, drive, go to car, wait to work. You have somebody who's pushing you. But when you're on business, you have nobody to wake you up. You have nobody to push you. You have nobody to yell at you. If you want to lazy around the whole day, oh, well, it's your business. If you want to work, oh, great. You are on your own. Lack of discipline. If I ask any of you a question right now, remember, $1 million is the sales. Profit will be probably 200, 150, whatever you want to make. If they give it to you $1 million right now, what will you do? The first thing that you do with that money? One at a time, please. $1 million right now, boom, in your hand. What will be the first thing we'll do with that money? Okay. Pay bills, generate money. I mean, use it to generate more money. What else? Do what? Tithe. Good one. What else? Invest it. Good one. Invest in coaching. Excellent. What else? You do what? Buy inventory. Make more money. Same like that. Okay, good. What else? What will you do, sir? Yes. Yes. Speak to me. What will you do with $1,000? Yes. Your wife is looking at your girlfriend. Yeah, you. Speak to me. Uh-huh. No, you tell me. Yes. What will you do with it? Buy more replants. Okay. Okay. The reason of doing something is the inner power, the inner force that wakes you up in the morning. Pay the bills is great. Buy more inventory is great. But whatever it is that I do, what drives me is a desire that's beyond anything that is me. Me, my wife, my children, my. I'm not saying it should be the same with you. Because honestly, as soon as you hit $1 million or more a month, a year, you begin to swim into $200,000 to $250,000 net profit a year. You know, in this level, it's good money. What now? Say what? There we go. So the purpose of doing what we are doing should be what is driving you from the inside. You want so bad to succeed, not because I just want to have some money for me. No, obviously, you will take care of your wife, your children, your family, and so on. But ultimately, the bigger goal will be beyond what you can do. Yes?
Help others succeed.
There we go. Why do you guys think I'm up here? Let me see. Ideas. Why do you think I'm up here? What else? I like that. What else?
Legacy.
Uh-huh. What else? Say, you know what? I know how to coach. Oh, wow. I haven't coached yet. I haven't coached anybody yet. Jim said that there is two requirements to become a coach. First, you need to have your own successful business, and then you have to have a heart of a teacher. Successful business, I have a heart of a teacher. I don't know. I'm kind of impatient. Honestly, Jim did ask me, and I said to him, that's the only part I'm working on myself. I feel like I'm too. Let's say if I coach you, and then I said to her, I want 25 SC new product or replant every single day your next week. And I'm like, it has to happen. I'm too pushy. And I feel some people might go like, oh, it's too hard, and run away. Okay, so the main reason I'm up here is one. And I did not ask Jim for it. Jim said, hey, Oscar, come and talk to the people and so on. What made him do that? And when I sat down to say, yes, I will do it, it's for one reason. It's for you to sell $1 million a year? No. Although it's good. Although it's one of the avenue. But that's not the purpose, why I'm up here. I know Jim has his own definition of what business building warrior means. He has his own definition. I think he said some of it here. I have my own. This is my understanding, at least my belief. If what I will say will go against your belief, I apologize, but the kingdom of God is set for you and I to go and conquer it. And to go and conquer it will not only be done by good pastors and preachers and evangelists themselves go out and so on, which is good. They have to do that. But unless there is money behind what they are doing to really push the gospel forward, the kingdom of God will not reach everyone under the sun the way God wanted it to. So for that reason, his heart looks for the heart of individuals who have a heart inside them to see the expansion. And your heart is set to expand the kingdom in an arena of business. So he will empower you So you can use the funds that will come in your hand to use it to expand. That's the only reason I'm here. I prayed, I said, God, I want to speak to them. The reason and the purpose is to awaken in them what you have already put inside them. To become men and women who will want to use the profit or the funds or whatever else that God will put in your hand through your business to expand the kingdom of God and for His glory. You can see with that, $1 million becomes nothing. Although it's good money to start. Do you think this is the place I want to be? No. I want more, so I can do more. So the reason I'm talking to you is not just so you can sell that. The real reason behind it is so that you can sell that, have enough for you, take care of your wife, your children, your family, and have overflow enough to expand. The Bill Gates and all other richest people that we know today, they are doing that, right? So, well, you are the Bill Gates of tomorrow. Do you really think Bill Gates needs his money today for food and cars? And he has passed that level. He has passed that level. If you really want to sell $1 million a year or more, your heart needs to be set into a higher purpose. That purpose is the one that will drive you to reach to it. Knowledge is good. It's written that it's not by strength that one will prevail. Working hard. Well, you can work very hard and you see no result. What is making the difference? There is people who are genuinely working hard. No doubt. They are really working hard. And they are running in circles. They are going nowhere. Why? Knowledge is not the problem. They know what you know. They are sending stuff to Amazon. When all of us send product to Amazon, you tell me which kind of effort do you make to generate the sale that you make? One person who's selling $500,000 a year. One person. Can you give him this mic for me, please?
So what was your question?
The question is, after you prep your product,
Yep.
you ship it to Amazon,
Uh-huh.
or either you do fulfillment by Amazon or merchant.
98% FBA.
FBA, perfect.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay, once you ship your product to Amazon, what do you do? What kind of things do you do to get those products people to buy them?
Well, I typically only buy items that are already selling. I look at data, and I base buying decisions on data. Sometimes I feel the Holy Spirit telling me to buy something, even though the data doesn't say support that. And then on items that I run, I run sponsored ads on some of my items as well.
Okay. Excellent. Who else? Who else is selling 100,000 a year? You were a couple of hands in the beginning. I asked you those questions strategically so I can come back to you, so don't hide. Yes? Help me get.
I got one. Oscar, I got one right here. That's a 100,000 seller.
No, leave that over there. It's fine. Give that to that young lady, please. I did ask you those questions strategically. I knew I'll come back to it. So don't hide now. Yes, what do? Once you send your product to Amazon, right? You prep, you do everything, send it. I want to know what are other steps do you do to get those products sell?
Well,
Or
first,
what are you doing to get the customer come and buy your product?
well, pray. That's the first thing I do. I lay hands on it before I send it in. And then the truth is, mine has been about the hustle, just moving product, keeping it going, even though it takes 3 weeks to get shipped in. I'm still sending product. So mine is, I think the hustle is the best word. I don't advertise it. I don't do any of those things. I just constantly feed the beast. I don't waste time on negativity. I don't waste time on wondering why they didn't check it in sooner. I don't waste time on those things. I'm constantly sending inventory.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Keep the mic over there, it's fine. So the answer is, what they are saying is, once you prep your product, you send it, very much things is out of your hand, is out of your control. Is that right? A little sponsored ad over here, that is not actually what makes the sale. It's very much out of your control. Like she said, you probably pray that it sells. So that is the arena that we all do not have control over. There is 4 or 5 people in the listing, share buy box and all those, all those knowledge, right? But the 3 things behind all that is the blessing that is resting upon an individual that makes the true result toward the end. At least that's what I believe. You don't have to believe it. If you believe it, great. If you don't, oh well, that's our belief. The true blessing that rests upon the individual that makes the difference at the end. If your heart is really set, remember, this is not what you are saying. Because I can say all beautiful things so that you can think, oh, wow, he's a good guy and helping. And anybody can say that. But God sees your heart. He sees your heart. Is your heart really set that if today you will have that $1 million sales or $2 million tomorrow, 3 and so forth to go? I mean, there is people say 10, 20 million a year in our community. I wish to be them tomorrow. I'm also fighting, working on it. They are also in this community. But once you get to that level, what will you do? Do you know why I'm pausing, making word and then pause? Then pause. Who knows why? You think I'm thinking of what to say? I'm a talker. Ask my wife. I can talk until tomorrow. I am. So the real purpose of that is to let it sink in. But the idea of this is not just to hear a lot of, off you go, you feel pumped. The real purpose is to throw a seed in your heart to go with. God willing, in a year or 2 years' time, I say, I still remember that day, and that thing, it touched me, and then I went, and I did this, and that seed to grow inside you. That's how I got here. Last conference we had was in September 2019. It was in Champaign. In that conference, I was just 3 months in. If you told me in that conference that the following year I would sell, remember at that conference I was selling 30,000 a month. And it was like, wow, great. And at that time, if you told me that the following year I'll sell about $1 million in 1 year, I will know you are deceiving me. And it happened. What I got out of that conference was not the hype. I spoke to a lot of people. I was new too. I was 3 months in only. I spoke to a lot of people, asked questions. A lot of people were talking to me. Oh, well, I was talking to them too. The seed was throwing the seed inside me and used that seed back and put it to work. The sky is very much the limit, the way I understand it, where Amazon business is concerned. Very much the more you send, the more you sell, the more you sell, the more you send. It's ongoing. It's a beast who doesn't get full. If you have $100,000 cash right now, you can send a product to Amazon like crazy, or well, your sales will shoot to 300, and oh well, you think you have arrived, you're not going to arrive. Even if you have $1 million, you send, it's still going to be the same. It's like ocean. Doesn't get full. So what I really want to pass to you guys is to generate the heart of wanting to be an instrument. Make your life to become instrument in the hand of God, to say, God, use me and my business for your glory. That is my prayer every day. That's what I ask for. And that's what I do. There was one person when I was asking questions. He said, when I ask you a question, what would be the first thing you would do if you get $1 million right now? Remember? You guys remember that question? Somebody, someone over there, said the first thing you would do, that money will be tithe. That's what I would do with that money. First thing. If you give me $1 million right now, 10% of that amount, without even thinking. Secondly, you do not wait until you get there. In a little bit where you are, show that if you have $1 million, you'll be able to do it. Most of my contribution, my wife, goes through the church. Say, Lord, here it is. Use it for your glory. We hear something they need to build over there. They need to send someone to go, and like last time they were talking about sending some people in ID and all that. Okay, go. That's what I need you guys to hold and to go home with. If what you are looking for is only for you, your wife, your husband, your children, your family, you will grow with your strength, but it's limited. You kept out. But then your heart is set to do more to others who you probably will never meet, who they will probably never knew who you are. That's the beauty. I know it's set up like this, the excitement, the idea would have been like, yeah, pump me up. Yeah. But the hype is good. Remember, the hype is in motion. It will shoot right now. 2 hours after this conversation, that's what you want. Who want that? I can turn all this, let's begin to do hype talk. Hype you up. But before, it's 2 o'clock right now. In the next 1 hour, it goes down. But what I really want to give to you guys is a seed to develop inside you. A lot of you already have the knowledge. If you want the knowledge, take coaching like I did. You want knowledge, take Proven Amazon course. You want knowledge, take Replan course. You want knowledge, it's already written. There's no need for me to repeat that knowledge is already written. Content has been created every day. There is men and women that are blessed with, like whatever Jim Smith does with that Replan boggles my mind. Sometimes I listen to it and say, man, this guy, you know what I'm saying? He's blessed with that skill. It's already written. So there's no need for me to repeat that to you. What I would say to you is, you want knowledge? That's the 20% hard knowledge that you need. Take it. Then the 80% responsibility is in your hand. Put that into practice. Who has reached out to me here through Facebook and whatnot? In this room? 1? Who else? 2? Who else? 3? Who else? I've had a couple of people repeat. I mean, we have over 60,000 some people on the Facebook. People do reach out. Hey, Oscar, what about this? I do my best to respond to all of them. I do not ignore even one person. I might not respond in a day or two because I did not open the Facebook to read. But as soon as I read it, I just, like, God, this is what you called me for. I cannot ignore this person. And I'll respond. I will call. We'll talk. What's up? How can I help? Why do I do that? I want you to succeed. Who has the bag of mustard seeds that I put it around, that I said we should pass them around? Everybody has it? Please, just hold it and lift it up. Everyone lift it up. So in that little bag is a mustard seed. Yeah, you can put it down. Thank you, thank you. I just wanted to see if you actually have it. In that little bag is a mustard seed. I was praying about what to talk to you about. Lord, what do you want me to say? Jim gave me no topic. He was actually asking me, Oscar, whatever you want to talk about, just go and talk about. I was sitting with him in the green room over there right now. He was asking me, he will learn, like, he doesn't know what I will be talking about. Well, I didn't know either. My wife was asking me, baby, what are you going to do? I'm like, I don't know. The idea was not to prepare a speech that I'll come here, let's sing it to you. The idea was really to be myself in front of you and talk to you from my heart. Because I don't think most people's issue is about knowledge. Is not about money. I don't think there is money much issue. We can get money. So that seed I gave it to you guys, I want you to take it back home. And look at that seed and think this way. That master seed is like a knowledge that you can get through the conferences we have right now, or either through coaching you can take, or either a replant course you can take, or whatever format of knowledge you will try to get inside your head to make the 20%. Read the book, follow a course, watch Jim on the podcast or listen to it. All those are knowledge. You feed your head, the 20%. So that little seed that I'm giving to you is a mustard seed like any other. But that mustard seed I've just given you now is not anymore a simple mustard seed. It has been prayed for. Why? It's just a seed. As you walk, you can throw it in the trash right there, if you like. No problem. It represents the 20% knowledge that you get. You toss it in the trash, you walk off, and you get nothing. Take it home as a reminder that if you do not take a seed of knowledge that you have been taught in this community, put it on the ground and water it every day, it will never grow. Who can repeat what I said? Go for it.
The mustard seed is like the knowledge you gain in the courses here, and if you just keep it in your head and don't apply it, it's like the mustard seed sitting in the bag. It's never going to grow.
I'm done. That's exactly the purpose of this, me standing here. That's what he said. He was able to repeat verbatim what I said. It's done. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not take the knowledge, put them into practice, you're going to feed your head with a lot of knowledge, which is good. I have them too. I read about, I don't read anymore. Audio book. I do not have time to sit in a book. Audio. I listen to about, up to this year, I think I was already 62 books I've listened to in this year alone, 6 months. What is the average per month? 10 books. How do I do that? Why do I listen to those books? Feed my head with knowledge. But none of that knowledge will be beneficial unless I put them into practice. In closing, take the mustard seed home, keep it for a few days, but let it be a little reminder that the knowledge that you're getting here, if you do not put it in practice, you will not see the result. It doesn't matter who you are. This probably might not apply to some people, but it will apply to most, I know. The problem is the application of the knowledge. This is where the problem is. I don't have time. I have children. I'm working full time. Excuses and excuses and excuses and excuses. A pile of excuses does not build a business. Is it easy? Absolutely not. Last year, I quit my job as an engineer this year in March. That's when I quit. I come full-time in business. But before that, I did sell last year full. My wife and I were both working full-time, and we sold $1 million. But today, we quit both our jobs. We are full-time in business now. So what does that mean? We have 3 daughters, 2, to raise. And you guys will know what to do with the kids, with the business of kids. I'm not saying you should alter your life totally, but I'm saying find a way to put in sacrifice. Speak to your children, make them understand family, and so forth. Cut certain things in life to put time to grow your business. Put in some more work. It saddens me every time, Oscar, my business is hard. I don't get anything. When I begin to ask them a few questions to try to understand what is actually causing the problem, they're not putting in practice what they learn. You know, I have children, I work until 8. Okay. What do you want me to do? Because the person I'm talking to sometimes, they have had knowledge more than I do in the subject that they are telling me about they have a problem on. I'll ask a couple of questions. They actually have more. Actually, I'm like, yeah, say more. What did you say? I want to learn more. And yet, they are not putting what they are saying into practice so they don't see progress. Oscar, I think, you are selling more. Maybe do something that I am not doing anything different. I just work more. But above all, not head knowledge and hard working. What I told you, it's not by strength that will prevail. It's not by strength that you will succeed. The blessing that sits upon an individual that makes the difference at the end. It might not make right now, but it does make a difference at the end. We can both have exactly the same product, exactly sending to Amazon the same day, every day. Yet, you sell 2,000 of that a month. The same, this one sell 150. You say, oh, my business is going down. What's the difference? It's a blessing. I don't want to become too religious on you, but hey, that's what makes me me. That's what makes me do what I'm doing. Who has the question? I can answer you live, right here, right now. Any question. If you are shy, it's on you. Think as you got me in a coffee shop and you want to pick my brain. Go ahead. Bring it on. The mic is over there. The mic over there. I give you 5 minutes. My time is up. If you don't ask question, well, you left a knowledge go. If you ask question, I'll answer you right now. I will tell you what I know. If I don't know, I'll say, I don't know. Go for it.
How many hours a week are you putting into your Amazon business?
How many hours do I put a week? I will do the math so you can figure the rest. I wake up 4:30 a.m. every single day, even today. I woke up 4:30. About 5 o'clock, I'm downstairs in my house. I start my day. In between lunch, in between breakfast, in between whatever, I am constantly, every time my eyes is open, I'm always working. Until 10, 11, 12, and then I go and sleep. That's my typical day, every time. Do the math. Who asked?
Oscar,
Yes, ma'am.
any secret tips for when you do your replen sourcing? Just something quick and easy you can share.
Yes, that's a lot of stuff in the packed. Okay, in replens. Actually, I learned that here. I will just give to you what I got here, okay? It's not a secret, but it's a secret. Actually, I learned that here. It was the last conference I applied. I want you to become omnipresent. You know what that means? Okay. I want you to be everywhere at the same time. That's my secret of replen. Meaning, if I sell a product X, okay? Okay, you follow? You sell a product X. It sells good. You know it's good profit. It does sell well. Find each and every, any SIN within Amazon website that has that product and list them. Even if it's 20 of them, I do have those crazy too. Some of them will be good, some of them will be bad. Fantastic. If you catch it, great. If you didn't, it will come poof in your head maybe tonight. Next question. I gave you $1 million tip. If you get it right now, sweet. If not, tonight. No. These two hands and my wife. We still do business at home, but God willing, probably this Friday we'll be negotiating warehouse place and so on. For now, the business is still at home. Next question.
What was your biggest failure that you learned from since you started selling on Amazon?
The biggest failure. Man, I fail every day. You know why? I test between 10 to 20, depending, at least 20 products per week testing. Send, new product, send. And the failure is out of 10, 8 of them do fail. South, no good, I lose money, or no good, I get, I send 10, probably 2 will become the real replens. 8 of them either break even, either went south, or just no good. That answer your question? I fail every day, plenty times. But I do not cry. Oh, I lost the money. Another secret of success, never complain.
How do you get ungated?
Oh, I don't do anything about that either. There is a lot of fishes in the sea. Why complain and waste my time about one? I go, you need approval. I do the auto approval. Sweet, done. Forget about that unit, it's no good. Go to the next one. Simple.
So,
by the way, I've also learned that you find a brand X, right? You try to list it under this SN, it tells you approval, blah, blah, blah. You find the same SN over here, now you are in. So, there we go. Yeah.
so obviously we understand the message. You have to take action, and you have to keep taking action because you've got to build and constantly feed the beast, as you call it. But do you have other employees, or they're virtual shoppers or anything else that you've kind of employed besides your wife?
No, I'm the number 1 employee. My wife is the number 1.5 employee. No, for now, the whole business is still my wife and I. We only get a young lady who come only do prepping like about 15, 20 hours a week part-time. Very much my wife and I do 99% of work for now. And everything's still at home. So we do not invite anybody because you work on top of product. So those who have done at home, you know what I mean. Next question. Yes?
So do you do more RA, OA, FBA, or MBA?
I do FBA only, and do 80% retail arbitrage and 20% online arbitrage. Why? According to my experience over time, when I buy online, I do it, but the problem I do only 20% of that. Takes too long. You order now, it takes 2 weeks to get here, and then when you get here, 1 or 2 things get broken. Too many issues, call them and complain. But when I do to the store I'm going to pick up. Oh, well, it's fresh right here. I pick up right now. I ship it tomorrow. By 3 days later, I bought something on Monday. By Thursday, Friday, selling. Next question. Welcome. Next question. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yeah,
What is
go
the
ahead.
name of your book?
The name of the book, it's not written yet.com. Not yet, buddy, not yet. God willing, one day. Yes, sir.
When you're sourcing, what's your criteria? You know, like how much profit, what kind of ROI, or how many drops to determine whether or not to take a chance on testing something?
Oh, perfect. All right. That is the arena that makes the difference from one business to the next. Okay? Your business is yours, mine is mine, everybody makes his own decision. This is what I do. When I do look at my bill, I know we have been taught differently. That is me. Please do not mix it with what we have been taught. This is me. I do not look at return on investment at all. I look at net profit after Amazon fees. That's the only number that I look at. Although they are all in my face, but honestly, my eyes does not look ROI. I only look at net profit after Amazon fees. And that number, for me, is 30%. Between 25 to 30%, that's what I'm looking for. And then that number does give, I do 78, 68, I don't look at over here. Profit. That's what I do. So before I list something, minimum that I look at, it has to have at least 25% net profit after Amazon fees. Should that number gives a 50% ROI or 78 or 30, I don't care about here, I look here. Does that answer your question or not?
What about drops?
Drops?
Yeah, or rank or.
Oh, I do not look at that. I do not look at that. You know why I do not look at that? Through over time and experience, I've learned. Keeper will say to you, this product only sells 2 a month. No. I have a listing right now. I'm pumping that puppy like 100 units a month, and yet you say he's selling 2. I do not look at that.
So how do you know then? How do you know whether to take a chance? There's
Testing,
enough
bro.
profit, but
Testing. Testings come with the risk. Like I told, that's the question the young lady over there asked. For every 10 that I send, about 2 of them becomes a reliable, replenishable. 8 of them somehow go south. So,
thank you.
yeah. Yes, ma'am. Prem Center, not yet, but my wife and I are evaluating those right now. Between the cost of warehouse, Prem, we are working on that. We should be making that decision anytime to which direction we will take, but not yet. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a price range you like to stay within a product?
When you say price range, what? Price of product? No. This is the mindset. If Walmart will sell this thing for $1, no, a dollar store. If a dollar store as an organization, the company can stand selling a product that costs $1, and they are standing there for many years, why don't I? I sell everything, but I do prefer high-ticket items, though. Does that answer your question? Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So I'm just curious, like how many hours do you think you spend a week in stores? And do you both go into stores or just you?
No, between my wife and I, the way we split it, I do more sourcing and buying, and she does manage the rest, from prepping, getting them out. She's a machine. I call her, she's a slave master. She pushes me, hey, I want more of this, now. Maybe, no, I want it now. So, hours. I don't actually calculate it, but I do leave my house probably at 6 o'clock soon as stores begin to open. And I'll be shopping like this probably until 8, 9 p.m. Now that I am full-time. Absolutely crazy. Do I expect anybody else to do it like that? Probably not. That's what I do. Oh, yes, my wife knows how to do that. They give whenever they give a review like, yeah, it was packaged right, and blah, I call her, sweetie, come and see the kind of review you like. Yeah, we do bundling too, yes.
So I think your real career is a personal shopper.
You say what?
I think your real career is a personal shopper. I'm
No.
joking. That's like a joke. I'm
Actually,
not
I like shopping.
You
Yeah,
love to
go ahead.
shop. Yeah. That's good. So you shop sales and you're looking for things to.
When I'm looking for product, I do not actually look for sales. I look for the standard price. But hey, if there is sale, absolutely, I will take it. And if I find a product, there is certain product that we sell, we only buy them when that product is on sale. That's the only time we'll be profitable. Meaning, let's say a product sells for $5, and every time when it's on at $6, then we buy it. But when it goes to normal price, we just wait until it comes back again. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
So, if you sell 1 million, how much is your
I think I'm over
profit?
time.
Yeah, I know.
Two more
Profit-
questions, then that's it.
Profit margin, because you said you don't look at Kipa. You don't. How much is your profit margin on 1 million sale?
The what?
Profit margin. Profit margin. How much is that average?
25 to 30%. Yes.
Do you send more than one shipment per week?
Yes, we send 2 shipments, and we have average about 1,500 product that we send per week. We split that into 2. Wednesday, about 800 to 700 to 800 units out, and then Saturday, the same. So the goal is about 1,500 units a month, a week.
Thank you.
You say what?
To support $1 million in sales, how much are you spending per month?
To support $1 million sales a month.
No, how much are you spending per month to support your revenue?
You should be spending something like $40,000 a month. You should be able to reach that number constantly. 40,000 that you spend every month, which makes about 10,000 buying per week. That's what I'm doing today.
Oscar,
Yes, sir.
you're cut off.
Yes.
We thank you, Oscar. Love you, brother.